This video is regarding a recent Tucson Police Department officer-involved shooting that occurred at 350 North Silverbell Road. The Pima Regional Critical Incident Team, or PRCIT, consisting of 10 law enforcement agencies in Pima County, was activated to handle the criminal investigation of this incident, specifically the Pima County Sheriff's Department and the Oro Valley Police Department. This is standard practice so that agencies don't criminally investigate their own personnel. A separate but parallel administrative investigation is being conducted by the Tucson Police Department to determine if any policy violations occurred. Investigations involving an officer's use of force can take a significant amount of time. Investigators are tasked with reviewing video, interviewing multiple witnesses, examining forensic evidence, and reviewing hundreds of pages of transcripts and reports. This video is based on information we know to be accurate at this time. Conclusions about whether the officer's actions were consistent with agency policy and the law will not be made until all the facts are known and the investigation is complete. The material we are about to share may contain strong language, as well as graphic images, which may be disturbing to some people. Viewer discretion is advised. On February 2, 2024, the Pima Regional Critical Incident Team was activated for a Tucson Police Department officer-involved shooting at 350 North Silverbell Road. At 8:15 p.m., officers from Operations Division West responded to the incident location for a report of a male arguing with a female. Here is part of the 911 call condensed for this video.
911, what's the location of your emergency?
Hi, I'm at 350 North Silverbell Apartments, but the neighbors next to me, I think there's 75.
Verify the address.
There's gunshots and
There's
what?
what?
I think gunshots. I hear a male, but I think he lives there with someone. But I'm like not trying to be nosy, but like I got kind of scared when he came out yelling, and I'm assuming it was him. And there's gunshots, like probably like 10 in the air. And now, like,
how many shots did you hear?
I'm hearing at least 10. Like, boom, 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 boom. Like, 8 to 10.
Okay.
And he's saying, I don't care. I don't give a call the cops. And I'm like, I'm going to call the cops. In my head, I go, I'm going to call them. And I have my window open. Yeah. I believe it's him because he's the more telling his, I don't care.
911, what's the address of your emergency?
How you doing? It's 350 North Silverbell Road.
Right.
Apartment.
One more time for the address. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's 350 North Silverbell Road. Apartment number.
Is your unit or somebody else's unit?
It's my neighbor's unit. It's not mine. It's somebody else's.
What's going on?
I just came home a little bit ago and started hearing kind of a disturbance over there. Sounded something domestic. And I just walked outside. I heard what maybe sounded like gunshots, but I saw, I think, the woman that lives there. I don't know the neighbors, but I saw the woman that lives there out there on the phone. She was talking about calling 911. She said that her had came home drunk and was upset, and I asked her if she wanted me to call 911. She said yes, if you could. She had to go check on her kids. They are out in the parking lot. So.
Okay, not a problem. And then, I'm sorry, you said you heard a firearm go off?
I heard what sounded like gunshots, yes.
How many do we think we heard?
Probably, I'd say a full magazine, probably about 8 shots, 7 shots.
As officers were en route, they learned from the 911 call takers citizens reported hearing several shots in the area. Officers arrived on scene and heard several shots coming from inside the apartment complex. They also learned that the other occupants had left the residence and separated themselves from the suspect.
The property there.
Because they're used, right? So they're
There's more shots. See what I mean? If we have more gunfire, we're going to be moving up.
Officers began evacuating the neighboring apartments while the Tucson Police Department's Special Weapons and Tactics Team, or SWAT, contained the suspect to a single apartment. Simultaneously, hostage negotiators were requested to respond to the area. Prior to establishing communication with the suspect, the male opened the door of his residence and was holding a rifle in his left hand. Officers quickly identified themselves and instructed the suspect to put his hands up. The suspect did not comply and emerged from the front doorway and began to move the rifle to the right side of his body while bringing his right hand up in the direction of the weapon. At that time, 4 officers discharged their department-issued firearms, striking the suspect. Here's body-worn camera video from the officers who fired their department-issued firearms.
Oh, doors open. Tucson police, hands up! Contact front door. Doors open. Hey, remember sniper. Hands up. Rifle. Doors open.
Here is body-worn camera video from another officer who fired his department-issued firearm. This video has been slowed down to highlight relevant information.
Tucson police, hands up! Contact front door. Keep your hands up! Hey, remember sniper. Hands up! Rifle.
Once officers made sure the area was safe, they began rendering aid to the suspect using their individual first aid kits until the Tucson Fire Department arrived. TFD took over the life-saving measures. Despite these efforts, the suspect was pronounced deceased at the scene. No officers or other community members were injured in this incident. The male suspect has been identified as 23-year-old Fabian Garcia. Here's a photo of the firearm that Mr. Garcia was holding at the time of the incident and shell casings from the same caliber weapon, which were located in the front and backyard. The Tucson police officers who discharged their firearms have been identified as Officer Chad Barker, a 9-year veteran with the Tucson Police Department. Officer Devin Estes is a 12-year veteran with the Tucson Police Department. Officer Joseph Buck, an 11-year veteran with the Tucson Police Department. Officer Kyle Walker, an 8-year veteran with the Tucson Police Department. The Pima Regional Critical Incident Team continues to investigate this incident. When the investigation is complete, it will be presented to the Pima County Attorney's Office for review, which is standard practice for officer-involved shootings. Members of the public with information and/or video of the incident are asked to contact the Pima County Sheriff's Department at 520-351-4900. This is still an active investigation.